Hey, everyone. Dana Williamson here with B.A.D. Blessed Anointed Destined LLC, the original Bad Queen of the Roundtable. Thank you for tuning in to another Issues of State here on my YouTube. Now, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty for today, but we're going to be saying a lot more that needs to be said as far as businesses, ministry, and life, and what you should be doing as royalty. If you did not look at the last video, look at the last Issues of State and why Issues of State is even called what it is. Let me give you a follow up or a reminder. Um, Issues of State came about because of the Bad Queens of the Round Table. I have a group, a networking and membership group called Bad Queens of the Round Table. And any of you that have followed King Arthur's Court, and his Knights of the Round Table, they sat at the round table and they talked about issues of state. Anyone that knows European royalty, have followed European royalty, especially if you're in my age group, you understand that they have meetings with parliament and whatnot, issues of state. So that's why this is about issues of state. Basically was created because of the Bad Queens of the Round Table and because we are a royal priesthood. Has to be shared. So let's get down to today's topic. I want to talk to y'all about, and yes, I said y'all, I want to talk to y'all about how I've learned this year that men will compliment you or review you on your services that you give them in business faster than women will. Okay. And it's funny that I have to say business, but here's the reason why. Women will judge you. Yes, I'm a grab my coffee. Women will judge you on what you do by thinking or imagining that it's under some other pretenses that you do what you do, that you coach, counsel, help, smile in everyone's face. Women will judge you on what they think you're doing because they do it instead of what you're actually doing, which is what is given to you at face value. Now, mind you, if you're flirting with somebody you shouldn't be, okay, that's you. Mind you, if you're not giving your 110% in your business and you're lying and saying that you are, okay, that's you. But when you're me and you do it all for everyone, I counsel, I'll pray, I'll call and I'll check on you. I may offer you a discount. I may offer you a discount. I may give somebody something for free. It's not because they're my friend or that I like them or it's a colleague or it's somebody that's handsome or not handsome or somebody I want to date or anything like that. It's not that, ladies. It's just who I am. As simple as that. I had somebody undercover say something like, you know what, that's your name, but this is who I am. No, baby, it's my name because it's who I am. I don't have to tell most people my name because they already know when they walk in the room. And anytime you have to throw shade on someone's name or their character, it's because of how you think. Yeah, I'm talking to the ladies. This is the issue of state. You cannot say, oh, sis, this, oh, queen, that. You've got this together. There's so much room at the table for us to all eat. There's enough food for us all to eat. And you think like this on the back end. You cannot judge the woman that you call sis because why are you judging your sister? You should not be judging the woman that you call queen because why would you judge royalty, especially those of a royal priesthood that God has set forth? Why would you do that knowing who God is? Why would you do that in both instances, knowing who God is and what he will do to you? Yes, I'm talking to the ladies right now because the men will review. Let me just give you an example. I have done a couple of services this year for two particular gentlemen. They've reached out to me. Hey, can you do blah blah blah? Someone else, someone said in a nonchalant kind of way, like I need this, that, and the other. And they said I need, and I'm just like, oh, blah, I'm telling them, this is okay. Well, this is how you do that. This is how you do. It's like I don't have time. I don't have this, and okay, well, how you gonna do it? I got a budget of $100, and then it's just like, well, okay, but I'm telling you how to do. And then I had to stop and say, you're asking me to do this. Yes. I have a budget of $100. And I'm just like, okay, let me see what I can do and I will invoice you. Okay, okay. And within a matter of 24, less than 24, 48 hours, I had him ready and set. Nonetheless, that was the second time I did work for him. The second time I did work for him because he reached out for me to do some research for him the early part of this year. That's the second time I did work for him. Then I had another client, friend slash client, reach out to me or reach out to the masses. And then I said, well, I can handle that. What do you need? And so when he told me what he needed, I boom, 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 had that pushed out within 12 hours. And then he reached out to me for something else. I've done work. He reached out for something else within like a matter of days and then reached out for something else. So I've done work for two gentlemen in the past during this year, okay, within a matter of, and all I've said to them is, can you write a review for me for the services I've done? Sure. Boom. No time was delayed. No time was delayed. It was done within the 12 hours that I asked. Within 24 hours that I asked. One person did it immediately. One person was like, okay, I'm at work, and then they not only wrote a review, they wrote it like a letter and sent it and emailed it to me. Of course, I changed it to a graphic, so no big deal. But hear me out. I did some work. They loved the work. They paid me for the work. I asked for a review. They gave a review, didn't even hesitate. What I've learned is that men will do that right away. Let me also add this, and for all of you that are so offended by it, step out now. But there are men in the cigar culture that do the same thing. They will, and not even, they may not even want your services, but they'll say, your services is good for men as well as women. I've had one of my brothers of belief say that to me over and over. You need to step out or broaden your horizons in servicing men with your counseling, your coaching, because there's men out there that want, and you can provide it. When a man tells you that you can provide a service for a man for what he needs to do, it is not degrading, it's not diminishing you. It is saying that you have what someone needs, and that someone doesn't even look like you. When men and men are the first ones to say to their guys, hey, bro, you have this. I know somebody who needs that. Hey, bro, you have. But I had the men, and I have quite a few in the cigar culture that say, hey, sis, you have this, and I know a guy who needs that. Why is this so important right now? As I hold a grandchild in my lap. Why is this so important right now? Because a few reasons. Okay, let me share this way. The first reason why this is so important, this issue of state is so important, is because women, you have to realize there's a flaw in you when you say that everyone there's enough food for everyone to eat, but you treat the person that's sitting at the table as if they're beneath you, and you do it with a smile. And what I mean, like, not sadistic smile, like no, what I mean is you do it with a smile, as if, well, you can eat here, I want you to eat here, but I have all these other thoughts about you that you'll never know. But see, when you're someone like me, it's not discernment, sweetheart. It's prophetic occurrence. It's when, you've seen those cartoons where you have the devil on one shoulder and the angel on another shoulder. Well, when it's me and you have the Holy Spirit whispering in your ear, like, that person is not doing and saying exactly what they want to do and say, right? Mhm. Know who you're messing with. Know who you're in the room with. And if you are feeling uncomfortable, it isn't because that person is bad. It is because your demons are being stirred up. So let me go back. And I know this is going to be a little longer than I usually, try to put out there, but hear me out. Ladies, there's a flaw in you when it comes to other ladies. And the moment you realize that you have that flaw, that's the moment that you can be delivered. That is the moment that you can be healed. That is the moment that you will say, Lord, this is my fault. This is my fault because I chose to be this way. I know your word says not to trust any man or woman, but Lord, I should not be judging them on something I have no control over. I have no understanding of. I should not be judging them. So Lord, help me get right. Heal me from this. Deliver me from this because I don't want to be in this place. Here you go. Okay. Yes, I have a child in my lap and I'm trying to keep her asleep, but I'm getting excited here. Sidebar, issue of state. This is what entrepreneurs do. Simple as that. And she's going to wake up. So she's going to be part of the video. So bear with me. Ladies, you have a flaw. So that's point number one. Point number two is sometimes we have to realize that our target market, like for me, my target market was women of faith who are entrepreneurs and they find themselves, at roadblocks of their lives. Well, guess what? Men find themselves at roadblocks too. But the point number two is maybe my target market are people of faith trying to get past those roadblocks, not just women of faith. And it can't just be women of faith because it goes back to point number one, which is there's a flaw in women. See, women may not want to be helped by another woman, although they say they do, but they may not want to be helped by another woman because they don't want to do what they're told, and that's period. But a lot of women also may not work for or work, have a coach that's a man because they always feel like they're being intimidated and picked on and nitpicked by a man. So then what happens? They stay where they are, they stay stagnant, and they stay on the side of the roadblock that keeps them blocked. Okay. I have said this year, I said towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, saying, you know what? Here's what you need to do. You need to just do what I say. That's what's going to help you. Do what I say first. Find out what parts don't work for you instead of picking out the parts that you don't like and then applying it. And then when it doesn't go together, blaming me. No, do what I say first. Figure out the parts that don't work once you have done what I've said, and then you can change and adjust. Again, this comes down to hi. This comes down to being a woman, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur who can say my target market isn't just one individual or one type of individual. My and I want to say it like this: it isn't just one sex. It isn't just women help women. It isn't just men help men. There are certain areas and certain levels and certain areas of business for the bad brand where I can help everybody. Now, mind you, I have the Bad Queens of the Roundtable membership network. That may not help men, okay? Because it's the Bad Queens of the Roundtable. But the bad brand as a whole can help men because there it is. It's just listen, here's the problem, here's the issue. Let's get past this. And there you are. And realizing that I come with a whole lot of faith. Isn't that right? No? Yes? Okay. Can you hold that? Okay. Oh. And so then the third point is realizing that you might be in the wrong circles in order to meet the right men that will support you, that will encourage you. I'm not talking about a significant other. I'm not talking about having a husband or an intimate relationship. I'm talking about having brothers that will push you over the proverbial edge and say fly, brothers that will they need your services and they will definitely tell the truth about your services and review you and share you, and that I'm talking about those people. Maybe you're in the wrong rooms. Maybe you've been so busy being judgmental on the women that you never even noticed that there were some men sitting in the room and at the table that were ready to help you, but because of how you acted and reacted to the women, yeah, they out. So point number three, where are you? Where are you and who's speaking into you? Who's speaking into your life? Who's encouraging you? Who's pushing you? The main issue of state here is women do better. Can we say that? Maybe I'll retitle this Women Do Better. Maybe I'll title this Women Have a Flaw. Maybe I'll title this There's a Fault in You that, you've been sowing discord. Or maybe I just, issue of state for the women. Simple as that. Because these 3 points really kind of drive that home and gives you the understanding of what I've gotten the understanding of. I am so grateful for the men that I've worked with this year, and even those that didn't get my services but reached out to say, I may need to work with you. People, I had a meeting. Someone reached out to me. We know each other from a cigar network, and they reached out to me saying, "Hey, I've been watching you. I need to have a one-on-one with you." And it was just a one-on-one where we get to know each other, right? Let's have this one-on-one, see where we can help each other. And the funny part is because they reached out to me. He reached out to me. I've seen you. I'm seeing what you're doing. I need to talk to you. Ladies, that's where you need to be. This is how you know you move differently. This is how you know you're being positioned for greater differently, because now people are reaching out for you. They're reaching out to you for what you provide. But you have to be healed and delivered for how you treat other women. I started this saying that men give reviews and accolades or whatever faster than women do. And they do. And they do. And I would say it's about 60-40. Okay, and maybe even 70-30. Yes, it's more like 70-30. How women can we become 50-50, or women give 100%, men give 100%? We have to change our attitudes towards women. We have to stop assuming other women that we meet are just like we are, meaning we have to change us. And I'm saying us only because I'm a woman, but I am nothing like y'all. I said it, I meant it. I'm nothing like y'all. I am not preliminarily, is that a word? Judgmental. I have made the mistake and, expected me out of women. That's my own fault. I can take responsibility for that. That's what the previous video even talked about, taking responsibility. This one is really strictly for us as women. Yeah, I made that mistake in expecting you to be like me, because of how much I love people, how much I want to see people helped, how much I want to see people go and further and do the things that they need to do. Yeah, I made that mistake. But the mistake I haven't made is making sure that you're good. I haven't made that mistake. I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm going to always try to make sure that you're good, especially if you're working with me. So, ladies, there's a flaw in you. There's a flaw in you that has added prejudgment, not discernment. I don't care what you say. It's called prejudgment on other women. And the reason why you have prejudged them is because you have a flaw in you that needs to be delivered, healed, and let go. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Say bye. You say bye bye.